Assalamu alaikum everyone. How are you guys? So we are here with the third part of total rewards and compensation. We have been discussing total rewards and compensation management. So far we have discussed the issues while designing a compensation plan. Okay, we discussed about the various different approaches and philosophies of compensation management that are practiced in organizations worldwide. We also talked about the philosophies, the entitlement and performance-based base. So entitlements are usually practiced in traditional organizations that are old, that are conservative in their mindset. They believe in complete control. Okay, these organizations are centralized organizations, therefore they believe in entitlement, seniority, and experience. Okay, the higher compensations are only for senior people, not for the junior people. Doesn't matter if you are performing extraordinarily. While the pay for performance, the second philosophy, is actually performance driven. If you are performing and you are doing really good, you will be rewarded very nicely. After it, we actually talked about various different issues that are encountered when we are designing compensation management. We also talked about various different methods to evaluate the jobs, what are the worth of the jobs, so that we can actually designate or we actually determine a cost for a job, how much a job cost to us. Okay, how much an organization, different organizations are paying into the market, how to design market competitive compensation plans. Okay, and today we are actually going to talk about the methods that are used to determine the pay worth, or how we can determine the cost or the pay for a specific type of a job. So let's talk about the very first method that is referred as pay surveys. Okay, what are these pay surveys? Okay, generally is all of you are the students of business and you must have studied business research methods both in statistics, in business research methods course. You must have studied all these things in various different kinds of projects wherever you have conducted surveys. So the methodology is the same as usually you people use to conduct surveys. So we are going to talk about the pay surveys today in detail. Okay, it's a method, it's a systematic method whereby you actually go to different organizations with a questionnaire that consists various different questions related to the compensation, different benefits, incentives, what kind of benefits you people are paid, what kinds of incentives you are paid. Okay, these questionnaires are actually distributed, or these questionnaires are actually designed for various different grades. So these questionnaires are designed grade wise. The grade for grade 1 job, grade 2 job, grade 7 job, grade 17 and 18 and above. So you have to design your questionnaires as per the grade wise, not for the job wise, because we actually see what are the entitlements for a specific grade. Say for instance, if a BPS 17 or BS 17, the basic scale 17 is ranked as officer rank, therefore it's the basically a base grade for an officer rank. So officer rank actually starts from BPS 17 and above to 22 grade. So what are the entitlements for a BPS 17 officer in government sector, and what are the benefits, or what should be the benefits in private corporations or in public corporations? You have to design such kind of surveys. So pay surveys are very lengthy and tough job that is carried out by various different agencies. The pay Gallup Pakistan is one of the agencies that actually conducts such kind of surveys, and these surveys are actually sold to various organizations, thereby Gallup Pakistan make revenues, make money, make profit for themselves. So generally, the Gallup has the main duty of conducting various different kinds of surveys. They are expert in research activities and conducting surveys, primary research. These people are really expert in primary surveys or primary research. Okay, what do you mean by benchmark? Benchmarks are the jobs found in many organizations. So what are the various different jobs that are actually offered in various different organizations around Pakistan or around the world? Depends how big survey you are going to conduct. So you are going to design your pay survey according to those jobs. Okay, ji. Internet based pay surveys are generally these days are used very frequently. Everybody is using. In fact, you people must be using the Google surveys. So questionnaires are actually distributed electronically on various different platforms. There, you people have Google Forms, Google surveys. Apart from it, there are many other websites that actually helps you develop questionnaires and actually send it to various different organizations. In fact, you can pay to these organizations to conduct survey for you. All you need to tell these organizations or these websites which organizations you are actually focusing, and these people have these emails of various organizational employees. They send their surveys to these people, and these people, if in they send at least to 50,000 people, and if out of these 50,000 at least 20,000 or 10,000 people reply to our survey, the purpose will be served, and a specific amount is paid to these organizations, these websites. Therefore, internet based surveys these days very much effective. I won't say it's effective, but to some extent it's liable and validated. Okay, Ji, we have certain questions here. How much relevant your base survey or pay data is, or how much reliable the source of the information is. Okay, if you are going for electronic surveys or internet surveys, so what is the validity or reliability of the data that is collected through online or electronic means? Who were your participants? How broad based your survey was? You have to ensure that how timely you got the response. Okay, what was the methodology that was used actually? Whether the jobs meshed with the benchmarks or not? Okay, the data was reliable or not? Whether your survey constituted or had all the components that was required for benchmarks jobs? If yes, then this data or this survey data is going to be relevant and validate your other surveys as well. Okay, pay structures can be established with the help of base surveys and job evaluation. Okay, remember one thing. Job evaluations are carried out within the organizations. It is we people, we the HR or the compensation managers are responsible to evaluate the worth of a job and determine how much a specific grade job should be paid according to our own paying capacity, how much we can pay for a specific job. Then we have to go as per the pay survey. We have to compare our grades, our pay structure with the data that we have actually achieved with the help of pay survey. We will compare both these data and we will see whether we are actually compatible, whether we are above the market or below the market, or we are meeting the market, or we are lagging the market, or we are going in between at the middle part, whether we are lying in quartile 1, 2, or 3, what kind of quartiles we are actually following. Okay, pay structures, how the pay structures are actually developed or established. Okay, you must have studied job families. Now, what do you mean by job families? Okay, job families are, say for instance, if I am a lecturer, if I am an assistant professor for HRM, so all the people who are teaching HRM, the lecturer job family. So I am a lecturer HRM. Therefore, all the lecturers who are teaching HRM are lying into that job family of lecturer HRM, the lecturer finance, lecturer marketing, lecturer production and management, supply chain management, lecturer project management. Okay, then assistant professor is another rank. So you have to develop such families. It's a group of jobs having common characteristics. So lecturer finance, lecturer HR, lecturer marketing, lecturer supply chain, lecturer project management has same common characteristics. They all has to take the lecture. They all has to design the question papers. They all have to conduct the examination. They have to abide by the policies, rules, and regulations that are actually governing to lecturer finance. Same would be followed by marketing, HR, project management, all these. Therefore, it's a group of jobs having common characteristics. Pay structures, common pay structures can be, so these job families of hourly employees are the employees who are paid on the basis of per hour. So daily wages, the labor. Okay, there are families that are actually referred as salaried class. Okay, say for instance, if I'm IT assistant, so obviously there would be many IT assistants in my organization, not just one. Therefore, the family of the IT assistant, the group of jobs, okay, IT assistants maybe have different, all the IT assistants may be having different duties, but their rank, their grade is the same. Therefore, salaried. Office assistants are there, office management is there, professionals, technicals, plant administration families. Okay, clerical jobs are there. So there are many clerks doing different clerical jobs, but they are a clerical family. So how much you are going to pay to a clerk or an office assistant? Information technology experts, okay, the IT experts, how much are paid these network administrators? Okay, certainly we will be having two or three different IT assistants or IT administrator, IT experts. Certainly their pay rank would be same, but the jobs may be different. Professionals, supervisors, managers, and executives. So these are the various different forms of pay structures. Okay, what do you mean by pay grades? We actually group individual jobs having approximately same job worth. So lecturer marketing is paid same type of a salary that is paid to the marketing, that is paid to the finance, or that is paid to the electrical engineering, or that is paid to the computer science engineer, or to a lecturer of mathematics department. So lecturer, the job of lecturer, okay ji, they all these all jobs lie in the rank of BPS 18. So it's an officer rank 1 plus in the basic pay scale of 18. Therefore, approximately all of these people would be paid same salary, same slot, same work. So assistant professor would be paid the same. Okay, ji. Establishing pay structure. How actually you are going to pay, establish a pay structure? As I told you that when valuing the job, when we managers, compensation managers, okay, valuing job is an internal job of an organization. Pay surveys are basically a data that is collected from external market. Okay, when we actually compare both of these datas, we actually develop a market line. What should be a linear inclination? What should be the mutual or a way between, a middle way? So market line is basically a middle way. So we are neither going to pay maximum, neither we are going to pay minimum. We will take the middle path. So market line is basically a middle path that is followed by most of the organizations, apart except a few of the organizations that actually pay max. Identify the different pay structures. Your job is to identify what are the various pay different structures available in the market. Okay, if there are assistant professors, then there are two types of assistant professors. There are one, those who are having PhD degree. They are doctors, and there are those assistant professors who are non-PhDs. But both of them are what? assistant professors. Okay, there are those assistant professors who are actually coming from the industry. Therefore, assistant professor of practice is titled as. So there are two different types of job families or pay structures available. So if you are a PhD, you are going to be get paid around 2 lakh rupees or plus. And if you are an assistant professor, but you are a non-PhD, you are a professor of practice, then you will be paid approximately 120 or 130. So this is the difference between you being a non-PhD and the other assistant professor being a PhD doctor. So there are different pay scales available everywhere. So okay, establish now your job is to establish the pay grade for your own company. Okay, once these pay grades are developed or established, then you are going to evaluate your existing pay scales. You are going to see whether your existing pay scale are the same as you have established the new pay scales. Is there any difference? If we can revise our existing pay scales, are they are aligned with the market established new pay grades? If they are aligned, if they are equal, then there is no need to revise your pay scale. But if there is any difference, if you are paying max, so then you have to minimize your pay grades and come to the standards. You have to come above the par or below the par. You have come to the par. Compute the pay range. You have to identify how much you can pay for a specific job to the minimum and to the maximum, because every job has a range. Say for instance, if I am a lecturer, so I can be paid around 1 lakh to 130 or 140. After this rank, I need to get promoted. So you have to identify in which you are actually lying. Compare the pays and review the individual pays. Your job is to individually compare it and then review the individuals. If I am paid specifically to that specific person's job, you have to evaluate whether you are paying less or more. Pay structures continue. Okay, what do you mean by market line? It's actually shows the relationship between the market survey and the job valuation that we actually existed internally in the organization. So pay valuation is an internal job. It is done inside the organization, whereas space surveys is actually an external data. So we actually find out middleway between internal and external, and that line is referred as market line. So as the definition shows, relationship between the value, job value is determined by the evaluation points that is done inside the organization, and job value is determined by the pay survey rates. Okay, this market line shows distribution of the pay for the surveyed jobs allowing a linear trend line to be developed by the least square regression method. Okay, let me show you how this market line actually looks. Okay, let me explain this market banding. What do you mean by market banding? Grouping jobs into a pay grade based on similar market survey amounts. So you are here to actually develop grades. Once you have conducted market survey, once you have determined the pay structures for similar jobs, now your job is to create a market banding. You have to create various different jobs and determine that all these jobs come under the pay scale of this grade, are in this grade position. Okay, now it's how the pay structure is, our market line is, can be seen, can be understood. Okay, here we, sorry, the example of pay grades and pay ranges. Okay, how you can see it, let me zoom it for you people. Okay, I hope it's now clear. Okay, on this y-axis, the current employee pay rates in dollar as per hour. We assume it in rupees. Okay, the job evaluation points that is done are given by you. Okay, the 1, 2, 3, these are the pay grades, and this is the minimum position and this is the maximum position for a grade 7 position. How many dollars you can pay to a grade 7 employee. So minimum point, you can say we can pay $13 minimum and we can pay maximum to $19 to a grade 7 employee based on the evaluation points. Okay, for a grade 1 employee, you can pay minimum from $7 to maximum $11. Okay, now here when you see these dots, these blue dots, these are the current pays that are given into the market. So data is referred or determined from the market survey. So these blue dots refers to the current pays that are actually paid by we people from our organization. And these green dots, unfortunately, we don't have green dots available here. So green circle employees are those employees who actually follow the trend. They are those who are paid as per this market line. If you are actually around this market line, then you are actually paying or you are actually following the market line. So our existing pay grades are in the market ranges. Therefore, we are not neither paying more, we are actually paying less more to most of our employees. And these red dots are basically the outliers. These employees are actually paid more because these people are actually come above the market line. Therefore, these are the outliers. These are actually paid more as compared to the market line. Okay, come to this point. Okay, you will see the grade, same data for the grades, and these are the ranges that are actually paid and minimum, midpoint, and maximum how much we can pay to an employee. Okay, ji. Usually this is referred as compare ratio, how much you can pay minimum and how much you can pay maximum. When you actually come add these two datas, minimum and maximum, and divide it by 2, you will get a data that is referred as midpoint, that is generally referred as an average of the two figures. Okay, this average of two figures is 9.17. Okay, this average of two figures in compensation referred as compare ratio. So you can pay, if you want to follow the market line, you have to follow the compare ratio or this midpoint or the average of the two figures, maximum and minimum. And this is the pay range from grade 1, how many you can pay to a grade 1 employee. So $300, and to a grade 2, we can pay from $300 to $329, and to a grade 3 from $330 to $360. And it's how the data is actually designed. I hope you guys must have studied linear regression models in your business statistics and statistical inference. So now you can see its actual applicability, where you can use the data on these regression methods in the market line or in actual market scenario. Moving forward, market banding. What do you mean by market banding? Is I was actually explaining you here. Market banding, a grouping jobs into pay grades based on similar market survey amounts. So grade 1 job, a grade 7 job, what includes in a grade 7 job? Okay, say for instance, let's assume a cook is a BPS 7 employee, a driver is a BPS 7 employee. Okay, a guard is a BPS 7 or maybe less. I guess it's less. So these are the grade 7 employees. So these are different jobs, but these all jobs actually come under the same grade. So here you see the job, the grade 1, grade 2 jobs, and salary pay survey data is this thing, and this is the the job evaluation, the pay grades that are actually determined by we people for an organization, for our organization. So what jobs include as per the market bending in grade 1? So mail clerk, a messenger, proof machine operator. Okay, general office clerk, receptionist, all of these jobs are grade 1 jobs and they should be paid this much of amount as per to the market summary pay survey. And how much we are actually paying in our organization, we actually pay to such kind. If you are a new employee, you will be paid minimum 15,000 to $600 per annum, since these amounts are come in annum. Okay, and we can pay to the maximum of $22,444. And if you are a new employee, this is computed by average of the pay survey summaries data for the job in each pay grade. So this static actually expands what does mean by this static midpoint, how they have calculated or computed this midpoint. Okay, that is how the clerk 2 or job 2 or grade 2 jobs come. What kind of clerk 2 jobs are? These are the different clerk jobs, and this is the pay survey data, and this is the maximum. Okay, moving forward, I hope you guys understood what I mean. But if you guys are having any kind of questions, you can, I'm just a call away. Just give me a call and I will make myself clear for you people. Okay, broadbanding. Now, as you saw in this data, in this diagram or in this figure, that we actually developed market bands. Grade 1 job, what are the grade 1 jobs? What are the grade 2 jobs? Now, what we do in broadbanding, yeah, where we are. Okay, it's a practice of creating fewer grades. Generally, you will find in government sector from grade 1 to grade 22. The 22 grades, damn, it's huge number of grades, and there would be so many jobs that would come under each grade. How you will manage all these figures and all these pay surveys data, how you are going to calculate it? So the solution for this problem is to create broadbands. What we do in broadbands is a practice of using fewer pay grades. You are going to determine only maximum and minimum and a midpoint, and you are going to create a group of jobs that are similar in nature, and you determine the grade ranges from grade 1 to grade 5 or 7. All these jobs are actually come under this thing. So you are creating, you are minimizing the grades. So if you have this practice at your home, at your organization, then you will have, your life will be easier for you. The practice of using fewer pay grades, having broader pay ranges that in traditional system. Benefits, what are the benefits of the system? Encourage horizontal movement. So employees won't be actually very much worried about the promotions. In order to get maximum salary, you need to get promotion. If you have only 3 or 4 promotions in your lifetime, you won't be worried about it. You would be, all you would be worried about is your work and performance. If you will perform, you will get paid. So we have bigger, broader pay ranges here, but we, the grade position or grade promotions are less. We can actually enrich your job by giving you authority, by giving you new responsibilities, and we will compensate you for these enrichment and new job responsibilities and accountabilities. And we will increase your salary. If your performance is really good, we are going to increment you, but there are very less promotions in your lifetime. You will get hardly 2 to 3 promotions in your overall service of 30 years or maybe 20 years or 25 years. So the broadbanding actually encourages horizontal movements of employees. So you would be more inclined towards getting new responsibilities, enhancing your performance. Is consistent with the trends towards flatter organizations. As we are actually talking about flatter organizations, decentralized organizations, we are actually getting rid of from centralized authority tall structures. We are actually widening the scope of organizations. We are widening the organizations and making them flatter. And how we can flat them, it's how when we actually decrease the number of grades and increase the responsibilities and horizontal movement, create more flexible organizations, encourages consistency in development of employees, career development is more focused here. Okay, individual pay. Okay, these are again the same thing that we have discussed in market line when we were actually developing the marketing, or when we were talking about market surveys. So red line and green line, the red lines are referred as what the current holders, the current employees who paid above the range set for the job. These are the outliers, they are paid more, that is why they are referred as red circled employees. Green circle, these are those employees who are paid below the range. So these people are really good employees, very satisfying. Pay compression. Okay, what do you mean by pay compression? Pay compression is actually the difference between a senior employee and a junior employee. Okay, say for instance, I have been working in this organization for last 5 years at Sukkur University. Okay, when I came here, when I joined Sukkur University, I was paid around 70,000. 70,000, and currently I am paid around 100 and couple of thousand bahts. But those who are coming new right now, those who have joined recently in couple of years, they are paid. I came at 65 or 67 or 70, but current employees are coming at 1 lakh rupees. So difference between my salary and their salary, being a senior citizen in the Sukkur University, is very much less. This situation referred as pay compression, and this becomes the cause of demotivation, dissatisfaction for a senior employee. They actually don't want to serve the organization anymore. They are not anymore committed to the organization. They decrease their involvement in the organizations. Situation in which the pay, as the definition goes, a situation in which the pay difference among individuals with different level of experience and performance in the organization becomes small. I am senior, my performance is really good, but my juniors are paid more than I used to be paid. I was paid. So thank you very much. With this, this chapter ends here. We shall be meeting in the second part of the same lecture in our second class. Till then, bye bye, assalamu alaikum, and take good care of yourself. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.